Hi, you're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K, broadcasted from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida. Every day our society is flooded with information, and some sounds right, and here and there we find some that sounds more like a fiction or even conspiracy. A PEW Research Center survey recently asked people if they had heard the theory that COVID-19 outbreak was intentionally planned by people in power. 71% of US adults said they had, and a third of those respondents said it was definitely or probably true. Investigative journalist Monika Evstatieva, in her article Anatomy of a COVID-19 Conspiracy Theory, writes her observations. Conspiracy theories need just the right ingredients to take off within a population, and the COVID-19 pandemic has been a breeding ground for them. The first ingredient of a good conspiracy is plausible element. Not one that's necessarily true, just plausible. In this case, the tracking chips, in reference to a scientific paper called Science Translation Medicine, detailing how something called quantum dots could be delivered to the skin to record vaccination. Kevin McHugh, now an assistant professor of bioengineering in Rice University and the lead researcher of the project, said he's baffled by the idea that his project involves tracking chips. There is no microchips at all, he said. I don't even know where that comes from.
Absolutely brilliant.
All the quantum dots do is produce light. But now, without an element of fiction and conspiracy, let's see who are our musical guests tonight. The New Age album Divine Tides was nominated during the recent Recording Academy round, and now we have the pleasure of speaking with one of the composers. Welcome to Light Lounge with Dimitri K, Ricky Cash.
Hey Dimitri, thank you so much for having me on your show. Such an honor to speak to you.
Honored to speak to you too, Ricky. And let's start with the first song from the Divine Tides album, Wonders of Life. I'm listening to your album, Ricky. It is like crossing borders and continents of two musicians joining forces to create melody and rich harmony. Tell us something about the nature of your collaboration.
So, of course, since I've been brought up in India, my aesthetic is completely Indian and Asian. I love Indian music, I love Asian music, and at the same time, I've traveled all over the world for my concerts and I've performed with musicians all over the world. So I've got a lot of African influences in my music. That's why we have the Soweto Gospel Choir on our album. We've got Ladysmith Black Mambazo. We've got the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra from London. We've got musicians from pretty much every corner of the globe.
You, Ricky, and Stewart Copeland are very much in the new trend. Music and instruments coming from every corner of the world. We're listening to Mother Earth. Divine Tides exudes color, taste and flavor of the East. How Stewart Copeland, a drummer of the famous rock group Police, made the transition to New Age.
And Stewart Copeland himself, he actually grew up in the Middle East and Asia. He grew up in Lebanon, he grew up in Egypt, and of course, during his college years, he went to London, and that's where he founded the band The Police. And so the thing is that he's very, very well aware of all these Middle Eastern scales and these quarter tones and these grace notes that we see in all these traditional forms of music. And at the same time, since he's traveled all over the world, touring all over the world with his various acts, including The Police, he's collected all these ethnic instruments, these traditional instruments from all over the world. And even though he loves playing on these traditional instruments, he's never had the opportunity to actually record them on a project. So this album, I feel, excited him quite a lot because he got to pull out all these instruments and put microphones on them and actually record them for a project. And he's recorded more than 25 percussion instruments in Divine Tides. So it was amazing to see my musical hero, doing something completely new for this album, something that I've never ever seen him do before. So it was quite an amazing thing because he played instruments like the timpani, he played the cheng cheng, the china bells, the tongue drum, and so many instruments. It was quite amazing.
Very exciting and quite amazing that even for experienced musicians like Stephen Copeland, some instruments were new to record with.
Sa-re-ga-ma-ga-ga, Sari 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 gari ga di ma ga pa ma gari sari da sari ga ma da ma ga ma sa ga ma pa da ma ga ma di ga sari ga ma da ma ma da ba ga ma ni pa ga ma pa sa ga ni ni da ga pa ri ga pa sari ga pa ni sari ga pa ni ga pa ma di sa ni sa da ni sari ga ma da
Now, with the credits of this year's nomination, what's the next creative avenue for Stewart, Copeland and Ricky Cash, and the other producer of the album, Lonnie Park?
Yes, Dimitri, it's nice that you brought up Lonnie Park's name. So Lonnie Park has been a very, very close collaborator of mine for the last 6 years. We've done more than 100 concerts all over the world, and we've performed everywhere from Geneva to France to to USA, multiple places in USA and Canada, and India and Vietnam and Sri Lanka, basically everywhere. So, and also every single project of mine has got some sort of influence from Lonnie, because we talk to each other pretty much every day, and we musically collaborate every day on something. So on this album too, Lonnie is a producer, and I'm really, really glad for his influence in this album. He helped me tremendously on making this album more and more accessible to the West through his sounds and through his ideas. And the next aspect of our collaboration, hopefully a tour. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be doing a Divine Tides tour. That is Stewart, Copeland and me, and of course Lonnie also will be joining us. And I'm really looking forward to that, hopefully in Europe and America to start with, and then different parts of the world. In fact, we also collaborated, that is Stewart, Lonnie and I, we collaborated on a song for the Bay Ecotarium. That is the San Francisco Aquarium. We did a song for them, a fundraising song for them, which is soon going to be released. So yeah, the collaborations will continue, the camaraderie will continue, and we'll be the best musical friends for sure.
No wonder, after the success of this album, the audience is going to expect another one from three of you, Stewart Copeland, Ricky Cash and Lonnie Park. Good luck. And now, from the listeners of Light Lounge with Dimitri K, let's wish Stewart Copeland and Ricky Cash and Lonnie Park good luck in the final Academy round and success in spreading the international message of their music around the world.
Thank you so much, Dimitri, for playing our music and for calling me on your show, and for all the kind words. It means a lot because everybody loves making great music and good music, but our music is of a very niche category. So we are very grateful to people like you for spreading the word on our music and actually playing our music. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Ricky, and let's complete the interview with one more song from Divine Tides, Pastoral India.
What's up? This is Pierce Freelon. You are listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K.
Pierce Freelon, Afrofuturist musician, Grammy nominee, Southern political husband, and that. For his Black to the Future album, he won the Academy nomination for Children's Music Album. From Black to the Future, we just listened to Alpine and we're listening to Heart.
Do you have heart? Do you have heart? Do you have heart? Listen to the stethoscope close. Do you have to my heart? Do you have to my heart? Do you have heart? Do you have? I think I need a nurse. Do you have to my heart? Do you have to my heart? Do you have? Listen to the stethoscope. Do you have heart? Do you have heart? Do you have heart? Do you have? I think I need a nurse. Do you have to my heart? Do you have to my heart? Do you have? Today started beautifully. I had a good mood before you told me something rude and offensive. Do you have? I felt your toxic energy. Can't let it get into me. I think I need some disinfectant. Do you have? I think I need a nurse. Cause my heart is thumping. And you know I like to finish when they start in something.
I don't mean to pout, but my heart can't take much more of your mouth. So please, treat your words like a sneeze and keep them to yourself.
Listen to the stethoscope close. To my heart. To my heart. Do you have? Do you have? I think I need a nurse. Do you have? To my heart. To my heart. Do you have? Listen to the stethoscope. Do you have? Do you have? Do you have? This is hard to break your bone. I think I need a nurse. To my heart. To my heart. Do you have?
My name is Pierce Freelon. I'm a children's music artist, and my album, Black to the Future, was nominated for a Grammy this year. Oh my goodness. So exciting, so exciting. And Black to the Future is an album. It's like a cosmic journey for the whole family. It features, like, my mom is on there, my daughter Stella, my grandmother, Queen Mother Frances Pierce is on there. And so it's a family album. You're gonna have lots of fun listening to it. So I hope you check it out. Black to the Future by Pierce Freelon. Check it out.
To my heart. To my heart. Do you have? Do you have? I think I need a nurse. To my heart. To my heart. Do you have? Listen to the stethoscope. Do you have? Do you have? Do you have? This is hard to break your bones. Do you have? Do you have? To my heart.
Let's wish good luck to Pierce Freelon and listen to one more song from the album. You are exactly like no one.
No, exactly like you. No one who can do anything exactly like you do.
Exactly like me.
life is better than listening to a commercial radio station playing endlessly a few resembling songs. If you feel that way, you came at the right place. Light Lounge with Dimitri K plays the best award winners and independent artists around the world. And now let me quickly go back to the anatomy of a COVID-19 conspiracy theory at the beginning of the show. A few more excerpts from Monica Evstatieva article. Funding for the project was provided by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which brings us to the second ingredient of a good conspiracy theory, a real person, someone powerful and rich. Bill Gates is a co-founder of Microsoft Corp. So you have the anti-vaxxers movement targeting Bill Gates as well as the anti-tech movement. The anti-tech movement brings us to the final ingredient of a good conspiracy theory, an element that makes it go viral. In this case, the fear of 5G and the power of social media. Well, at the end, while I'm reading this, isn't it time for us to go back to common sense?
Well, I didn't see that coming.
And now let's see who is our next guest. Rocky Dawuni's Voice of Bonbon, volume number 1, was just nominated for Best Global Music Album for the Recording Academy 2021. Welcome to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. Rocky Dawuni.
Thank you very much. It's nice to speak to you, Dimitri.
We're listening to Difference.
With time, all things will blow over as winter becomes hot summer. Just like yin and yang, you know what the difference is. Now they tell me I'm too much. I don't have to behave as such. Stay calm and it shall come a slice of pie high in the sky. I could not wait no more. I know you're by my side. We gotta take a chance if we are gonna ride the tide. We cannot go wrong if we cherish what will make us strong. Makes all the difference. We gotta go on. We've been sitting on the fence too long. Makes all the difference. When you are not quick to anger, open up a world of wonder, like a bolt of thunder. Sometimes the grind could get slower, can't carry that weight on my shoulder. I must tell it apart. Now they know that I'm too much. I don't have to believe as such. Stay calm and it shall come. Wait for that pie high in the sky. I could not do it no more if you're walking by my side. We gotta take a chance if we are gonna ride the tide. We cannot go wrong if we cherish what will make us strong. Makes all the difference. We gotta go on. We've been sitting on the fence too long. Makes all the difference. We cannot go wrong if we cherish what will make us strong. Makes all the difference, difference.
Your music is closely related to your cultural tradition of your hometown Bonbon in northern Ghana, and yet can relate to the modern world. Is that the way how this album was planned?
There was a river
Well, it was not how the album was actually planned, but it was the inspiration for that album. So basically, what happened was that I just drew upon years of my cultural knowledge, years of my traditional music knowledge, contemporary music, high life music, all of those things. They kind of reflected in my previous albums, but with this one, I decided to actually embrace some of the much more raw and real and cultural sounds, and then give it that contemporary thing. So I'll say that that's what really informed this album, and it's the Afro root sound. It just has a global feel that is steeped in African tradition.
And we can feel the driving force of the album. Inspiration. We're listening to Hustlers.
We used to sit at the village corner, sharing stories of magic and mystery. But now fast forwarding, here we are in a city where you can lose who you are. Hustlers in a city so mighty. We go places that is not so shallow. Hustlers, you seize your chances, living for today, no care for tomorrow. But fast forwarding, here we are in a city where you can lose who you are. Hustlers in a city so mighty. We'll go places that is not so shallow. Hustlers, you seize your chances, living for today, don't care what comes tomorrow.
Voice of Bonbon Volume 1 was just nominated for Best Global Music Album for 2021 Grammy Awards. Branches of the same tree for Best Reggae Album for 2016. That made you the first Ghanaian musician to be 2 times nominated. Do those awards create more expectations, responsibility and new perspective for you?
The nomination definitely, has heightened expectations for my country because, we have a great history of musical innovation, and our music has influenced, the entire region of West Africa. But Ghanaian music has never had the Grammy nod or won the Grammys. So every Ghanaian is looking forward and putting their energies into it. And for me, it's not much of pressure or any kind of thing, any kind of carrying the burden of expectation. It's more like I'm very honored and humbled to have been able to keep pushing my career and making records that have had this opportunity to push Ghanaian music and Ghanaian culture to the forefront. So I am just approaching everything with gratitude and, sending well wishes to, all the people nominated in that category. And looking forward to January 31st. And as much as, beyond that, bringing this album and the Afro sounds, to various stages around the world, for people to finally really feel and experience, this cultural innovation that has and sound that has had 2 nods at the Grammys and continues to influence people around the world.
And for the listeners around the world, let's enjoy the cultural innovation and experience coming out of Ghana and Rocky Dawuni. We're listening to Gonna Take It Easy. And now, from the listeners of Flight Lounge with Dimitri K, let's wish Rocky Dawuni and his album Voice of Bourbon Volume 1 success in the final Academy round.
Thank you so much, Dimitri. I am totally honored to be on your show. All I want to tell people is that, just keep a positive vibes for Afro sound to get that recognition. And then also anybody that wants to follow my music on social media is Rocky Dawuni, one word, and that's ROCKYDAWUNI, and that's Twitter, Facebook, and then also Instagram. And then my website is www.rockydawuni.com. So let's follow each other and let's keep using this music to inspire, educate, entertain, and bring us all together. Peace and love.
The honor is totally mine, Rocky. Peace and love to you and Ghana. And for the end of the interview, let's listen to one more song of your album, Voice of Bourbon, Volume 1, Born to Win.
Which way your life will turn, it's always up to you. For you were born, you were born to lead. Which way your life will turn, it's always up to you. No second chance is gonna come each and every day. You got to take your time, make your time to be there. It's inconceivable that you fail. You take a shot, now you know your worth. Like a vision when it's clear, we have a mission to undertake. If we have to seize the day, then we will be on our way. For you were born, you were born to win. Which way your life will turn, it's always up to you. For you were born, you were born to lead. Which way our life will turn, it's always up to you. You gotta be starting something right now. You gotta be starting something right now. You gotta be starting something right now. Always up to you. You gotta be starting something right now. You gotta be starting something right now. You gotta be starting something right now. Always up to you. For you were born, you were born to win. Which way life will turn, it's always up to you. You were born, you were born to lead. Which way your life will turn, it's always up to you. Oh, you were born to win. Which way your life will turn, you know it's always up to you. You were born to lead. Which way your life to turn, it's always up to you. You were born to win. Which way your life will turn, it's always up to you. Yeah, you were born to lead. Whichever way your life will turn, it's always up to you. You were born to win. Whichever way your life will turn, it's always up to you. You were born to lead. It's always up to you.
From Music Connection magazine, I'm quoting a few paragraphs from Laura Sullivan's new album Pieces of Forever, which happened to win the Recording Academy nomination in New Age. Grammy-winning composer Laura Sullivan is renowned for taking dusty musical styles and reframing them to suit modern tastes. Previously, she's dabbled in genres as diverse as New Age, pop and Native American. This trend continues on Pieces of Forever, which observers might describe as uncommon classical with an ambient leaning Americana twist. A darker season and Pieces of Forever. Laura Sullivan. We just heard Arrest Your Sorrow, and for the end of the show, let's play Pieces of Forever Prelude. Good luck to Laura Sullivan. You're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. It's time to say goodbye. And remember, hesitation is temporary, music lasts forever. Most of the artists you heard on this show are independent artists. And if you like some of them, you can Google the name and find them on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and the rest of the digital media, and that would be a great support for them. For any comments, suggestions and feedback, please email me at kopublishing@gmail.com. I'm Dimitri K, broadcasting from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida.